La da 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 da.
Oke semuanya, halo, bersama saya dari Nober kembali. Dan yes, seperti yang kalian lihat di ini ya, title-nya ya, kayak gitu ya, atau judulnya itu kita akan mempersiapkan untuk pergi ke Inazuma kayak gitu ya. Tapi ada beberapa quest yang kayak gitu ya, yang harus kita lakukan untuk membuka Arkon quest ya, kayak gitu ya. Oke. Jadi pertama-tama kita akan lihat dulu.
Are you tired? Try my new spicy energy drink. I'm sure it'll wake you up.
Ya. Thank you Barbara. Dan pertama-tama yang kita harus lakukan itu adalah di sini adalah kita akan bertemu lagi ya. Selesaikan quest yang kita akan bertemu lagi yang ini nih. Kalau yang ini kayak sih tentang ini ya, punya si siapa tuh yang bocil yang itu si aku lupa lagi namanya. Oke, jadi pertama-tama kita akan melakukan quest ini ikuti target,
I wonder when I'll be.
yaitu membantu Ganyu gitu Jadi cukup jauh juga sebenarnya ya. Jadi kita akan ke sini. Dan habis itu kita akan berjalan kayak gitu
I'll protect us.
Kita musiknya terlalu ini ya. Bisa kayak kita kecilin mungkin mana kan audio. Musik palingan kita bisa kecilin sampai 5 aja ya. Oke, 4 aja. Di mana itu? Oh, di sini Jadi di sini kita akan membantu si Ganyu ya kalau nggak salah ya. Jadi mari kita ini. Wow. Ini bentar lagi sih aku mau pengen naikin level ke 60 ya si visual, terus di Rosaria ya, Suster Rosaria, terus main karakter. Nah itu tuh, saya kan dia punya kekuatan angin ya kayak gitu ya, Anemo Arcan ya. Jadi itu sangat dibutuhkan. Soalnya punya kita si Venti itu masih agak susah ya buat naikinnya ya. Saya level ke 60 aja itu butuhnya susah banget weh kayak gitu ya. Jatuh weh si kadal. Oke. Jadi ya langsung saja. Mana nih? Aduh, ini keyboardnya agak berlebihan nih. What the heck? Oke. Banyak banget barang di meja weh. Nanti kalian juga bisa lihat di Twitter saya kayak gitu. Oke, langsung saja kita ke sini. Mari kita jelajahin dong. Oke, kita butuh Kryo ya. Sayangnya kita nggak punya Kryo, kita punyanya ini, weh. Oke, kita harus. Tentu saja kita harus, weh. Mudah-mudahan sih nggak pakai yang panah ya kayak gitu ya. Kalau pakai panah itu benar-benar bahaya, weh. Pengorbanan tidak disengaja.
Let's dance.
Okay, this will be dangerous, I think. And it's very spooky.
There are signs of treasure hoarder activity here. They must have come to these ruins. Let's go deeper inside. Paimon sure hopes Ganyu's information is reliable.
Yeah, we hope so.
There aren't many guards here. Looks like their plan to draw away the Abyss Order's forces really worked.
You can't run! Cool it! Don't get frostbite.
Oke. Emang nih, gue suka banget Sayu nih. Soalnya dia agak imut sama ini ya, ekornya tuh. Biasanya sih senjata nanti perlu aku ganti ya, soalnya nggak terlalu kuat banget dianya. Dan dia sepertinya aku perlu tingkatin dia ke level 50 ya. Cuman bahan-bahan yang diperlukannya itu tidak ada di Liyue ya, ada di Inazuma. Jadi ya, sangat disayangkan.
More signs that a treasure hoarder was here. This should be the right direction. But why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins? Be careful now. Paimon's right behind you.
There's some bubble in here. Jadi perlu hati-hati juga ya. Oh shit. Hah? Banyak chest di sini, weh. Coba kita periksa sebelah sini juga ya. Pokoknya ada sesuatu yang kita terlalu ini ya. Kayaknya sih nggak ada sih. That's very close. Tempat apa ini, wes? Agak serem juga ya sebenarnya ya. nggak ada secret passage ya di sini ya.
This looks like a person. Could it be the Grand Thief? Why is he in that position? Is he praying to something? That's... Why is the statue of the Seven hanging upside down? And the statue's hands... Paimon remembers they're normally holding an orb, right? But this statue is holding... What is that? Paimon has a really bad feeling about this. And the Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch. Do you think he's... Hello? Are you okay, mister? He's dead. Paimon doesn't feel so good. Let's get out of here, and fast! We should report back to Ganyu and Lon. Ah! Now what? We can't stay here! Quick, run!
Ini benar-benar tempat yang cukup mengerikan ya. Jadi bagi kalian ini, sebenarnya sih nggak terlalu menyebar banget sih ini. Dia santai aja, nggak ada waktunya juga. Oke, sebenarnya ada waktu. Jadi ini ya tuh guys. Sebenarnya patungnya Venti ya, cuman dia terbalik kayak gitu ya. Jadi sayang banget kita tidak akan bisa melihatnya yang kedua kali, weh.
I see how it is.
Did we die? Yeah, we died. Sangat disayangkan, weh.
Let's dance.
Oke, mari kita lihat dari ini. Nah, lihat tuh. Oke, kayaknya agak susah juga buat foto itunya ya.
Is this my final job?
Tidak bisa dipakai di dalam domain. Sayang banget ya guys. Hampir aja. Oke, sabar dulu.
I'll protect us.
Ini benar-benar akan begitu lama, woy. Nah itu dia kesempatan. Sehabis 3 ini langsung dah. Oke, langsung.
What's the hurry?
Hampir aja. Oke, kita menyelamatkan si Rosaria dulu. Sayang banget ya, kita nggak bisa memfotokan yang itu ya. Oh, sheesh. Oke, tunggu cuma bentar ya guys. Waktu ini juga lama banget lagi punya si kehidupan karakternya. She's still not moving. That's she or he? I think she is very hot though. Itu cukup seksi juga ya. Sorry.
Let the show begin.
Tapi aku suka kalau ada yang begitu bisa kulihat. Sebenarnya apa ya? Kayak sih ice spatui ya kayak gitu ya. Yang Fatu S kayak gitu ya. Cuman kita lihat saja ya. Mudah-mudahan sih ini kita oh, aku salah buka. Kita tunggu sampai ini bangkit dulu. Untuk ini kita akan menggunakan barbar dulu ya, untuk heal si Rosaria ya. Soalnya kita butuh banget Rosaria gitu ya. Dan saya juga perlu. Jadi tinggal 30 detik lagi kita akan menggunakan gitu.
Work hard and live each day to the fullest.
Please hurry.
That is what life in Mondstadt is all about, isn't it?
Maybe. Oke, mari kita akan menggunakan pancake ya. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Oke, kita menggunakan sini, terus kita heal si Sayuri. Tapi ya itu nggak bagus sih, soalnya apa ya? Ini juga yang tadi yang bikin damage kita itu juga nggak terlalu ini juga sih, nggak menyebar ya kayak gitu ya. Oke, bentar sekali lagi. Kayaknya sih nggak usah sih, harus saja.
You cannot spy on the secrets of the abyss. You have come here. You have seen our secrets. For this, you must pay the price. As a herald, I will mete out your punishment.
An abyss herald?
Dainsleif. Oh, I thought you were just a couple of pests that stumbled in here by mistake. So, you are with Dainsleif, that constant annoyance in our affairs. Did he send you here to die? His resistance against the Abyss has gone nowhere for a long time. There is nothing you can do to change the tide. The Abyss is unstoppable.
What is this power? I've never seen it before. Careful, please don't get cocky.
Yeah. You can't run.
I'll protect us.
Freeze!
Gotta dash.
Whoosh. Very close one. Whoosh. Hampir saja. Come here.
Let the show begin.
Okay. You'll be a good boy,
Gotta
okay?
dash.
Dodge this!
Yeah.
Oh, so sorry. This power, it seems familiar. I see. So it's you. You are the one. In that case, I shall stay here no longer.
What a tough battle! Are you okay? Oh, such a strong enemy! Who knew the Abyss Order had monsters this powerful among them? Huh? What is it? What are you thinking about? Oh, right, yeah! We're near the exit now. Let's get out of this scary place before something even more dangerous shows up.
So, we meet again. A little sooner than I had expected.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems you just experienced something quite strange. Could it be that you encountered an Abyss Herald in those ruins?
Huh? How did you know that?
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well. An inverted statue of the Seven, holding abyssal power in its hands. No, I have never seen such a thing during my time fighting the Abyss, though I have had my suspicions. Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruin depths filled with abyssal power, and then?
And then, as we got close to the exit, an Abyss Herald suddenly appeared and blocked our way! We fought a big battle with that thing. Maybe it hasn't gotten too far yet.
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed. Come, let's catch up to it.
Let's go! A rare opportunity? With Dane helping out, maybe we'll be able to solve more mysteries about the Abyss.
Oke, jadi mari kita kejar si Abyss Order itu. Kira-kira di mana nih? Oh, di dekat sini, weh. Jadi pertama-tama kita harus menyelesaikan ini semua ya, kayak gitu ya. Baru kita bisa ke Inazuma, weh, kayak gitu ya. Itu berbahaya ini. Shit. Harus ganti ini, weh. Soalnya ini nggak bisa main-main kalau yang kayak gini. Sini kau. Mana kau?
Right here. Emerge.
By royal decree.
Turning gears.
Oh, itu robotnya bakal ini.
Those Abyss mages just now. Were they trying to ambush us?
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
Oh, is that so? The Traveler here seems to like doing that a lot, too. Looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits. You know,
They wouldn't be searching for such ordinary objects. In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely because abyss mages often come out from that ruin to explore. They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain valuable object to take back to the ruins. However, they look disappointed, so it would seem they haven't found it yet.
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these monsters of the abyss, but I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance to the entire Abyss Order. One cannot discover the truth behind it through interrogation. Or rather, these Abyss mages likely fear something else much more than they do a painful interrogation.
Paimon is getting goosebumps thinking about all this.
All right, we shouldn't waste too much time here. Let's continue our search.
Untungnya ini nggak aktif, woy. Kalau aktif mah udah bakal lebih repot lagi ya kayak gitu ya. Oke, jadi dia pergi ke sana. Mana sih nggak terlalu jauh juga ya. Apakah jauh? Mungkin saja. Oh, nggak terlalu jauh. Dan kita nggak bisa ini, woy. Kita harus jalan karena apa ya? Nanti kalau mau kayak tadi perlu apa lagi? Kayak gitu lah. Okay, let's go. Hello, baby. Oh shit.
Right here. Right? Is that all?
Verdictus?
Harus ini lah. Shit. Kenapa sih?
I'll protect us.
Emerge. Right now. Right here.
Ayo, udah, bagus lah. Mau kita mati tanganku.
Right now. Right here.
Wow! Besides the Abyss Order, Ruin Guards sure are active around here. Seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's often a bunch of Ruin Guards roaming around too. Is that just a coincidence? Or...
There are no coincidences in the world. Everything is the fruit of seeds planted long ago. Just like your appearance in that tavern, time is just waiting for those seeds to sprout. Forget it. Just some needless musings. The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means incidental. Rather, they are both branches that have grown out and up from the same roots below.
branches? Roots? What do you mean exactly?
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago, Khaenri'ah.
Huh? Khaenri'ah? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from after the destruction of that nation? Oh. Speaking of Khaenri'ah, that's really a super ancient name! Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago, the nation of Khaenri'ah was... Huh? You have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago!
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine, so I shall not pry into yours. But, if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Khaenri'ah you saw, what was it like?
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that unknown god first.
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteorite.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question is, how long before you?
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Khaenri'ah plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called Teyvat?
The destruction of Khaenri'ah? She said that?
That destruction you witnessed, that's history from 500 years ago. It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
Huh. So your sister must have understood this world better than you did, because she woke up first.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path, so you couldn't escape.
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Khaenri'ah. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Teyvat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago must be the war that ended Khaenri'ah. Am I right?
Ah, if that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past few months. Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from all around Mondstadt and Liyue, but you told Paimon they were useless. So, the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Khaenri'ah so you could find your sister? Oh, yeah! You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to find a nation that was destroyed 500 years ago?
I probably know more about Khaenri'ah than both of you. Khaenri'ah was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Khaenri'ah. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving. I will tell you more of what you want to know as we continue our search.
Jadi kan dia itu ada suatu bangsa ya yang dianjurkan oleh para dewa kayak gitu Tapi yang pertanyaan dan di pikiran saya ya kayak gitu ya, kenapa mereka menghancurkan country yang begitu maju sekali Apakah mereka kayak tersinggung kalau apa ya? Kayak mereka tidak akan diperlukan lagi jika country ini terus maju ya kayak gitu ya? Atau apakah kayak apa ya lebih tepatnya kalau mereka kalau country ini kan suatu bangsa yang tanpa dewa ya kayak gitu ya, mereka punya teknologi yang begitu maju ya kayak gitu ya, tapi jika mereka tidak dipedulikan lagi oleh beberapa bangsa ya kayak seperti Liyue, terus monster kayak gitu, karena country ya itu itu bisa aja mereka para dewa itu kayak tersingkirkan kayak gitu. Jadi makanya itu mereka secara langsung ya kayak gitu ya, mereka menghancurkan country yang begitu maju sekali negaranya itu. Itu kalau menurut aku ya kayak gitu ya. Soalnya kan kita juga nggak tahu juga ya kayak gitu ya, soalnya kan Fenty sama Zhongli kan mereka kan juga dewa ya gitu ya, The Seven ya gitu. Cuman kayak mereka kayak apa ya, nggak tahu sama sekali tentang perang-perang ini apakah ini kayak di lebih tepatnya kayak apa ya, kayak seseorang atau kayak dewa yang lainnya kayak gitu ya, menghilangkan ingatan beberapa dewa kayak gitu, jadi supaya mereka bisa mengingat kejadian yang setelah mereka lakukan kayak gitu ya. Bisa saja kayak gitu, bisa saja, tapi kayaknya sih bakal ada penjelasannya di arc yang lainnya kayak gitu ya. Saya sih lagi pengen keluarnya itu yang down ya kalau nggak salah ya, namanya apa kayak gitu, aku juga lupa sih namanya. Nah itu kan mereka kan kayak apa ya, aspek dewa itu kan memiliki kekuatan ya kayak gitu ya. Aduh, maaf aku ini. Jadi kan mereka kan setiap itu kan memiliki kekuatan tuh. Nah yang satunya itu adalah satunya dewa kontrak ya kayak gitu ya. Fenty itu dewa kebebasan. Nah sementara si Raiden atau si Raiden ya, itu kan dia kan dewa internet ya kayak gitu ya. Jadi bisa saja karena setiap dewa itu memiliki kekuatan mereka masing-masing kayak gitu. Jadi kita juga nggak tahu ya mereka sebenarnya kekuatannya apa juga, kita juga nggak tahu, dan juga mereka sebagai dewa apa kita baru tahunya 3 ya gitu ya. Tapi mudah-mudahan cerita ini bisa diungkapkan di quest yang nanti yang bakal datang kayak gitu ya.
Let the show begin.
Mudah-mudahan sih gitu. Oke, jadi kita naik ke sini. Well, hello there.
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mages. Dane was just saying how these ancient machines are from Conria. So, did Conria have a lot of ruins that needed to be guarded?
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. No one called them that 500 years ago. These Ruin Guards were known as field tillers by the people of Canria.
Field tillers? What a strange name.
It's not like you think. Field tiller was just a code name. The people of Canria like to give code names to their weapons. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood. This is how the field tiller came about.
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling. Paimon doesn't think it's a very positive interpretation.
After the destruction of Canria, these masterless field tillers went completely out of control. They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to every corner of Teyvat. Perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time, they found their way to various ruins across the land, where they lie dormant.
Well, that sounds so sad.
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much to you. But no matter their past, all that remains of them now is the danger they pose. So destroy them all.
Right now. Emerge. Right here. I'm always watching. Dear me. Emerge.
Let's dance. Oh,
Right here. Emerge.
Oz, reveal thyself. Huh? This abyss face dropped a talisman. Could it be a communication of some kind?
This talisman seems connected to the Abyss Herald. But why would an Abyss Mage be carrying it? Perhaps it really does contain information about their operation.
But Paimon can't read the writing on it. Is that the script of Canria?
Engulf the faith of an enemy in flame, and bring glory to Her Highness the Princess.
What? Is that what it says?
Loom of Fate, initial operation. They, the Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The keyword here is Loom of Fate. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather, are still conducting preliminary tests.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-weaving machine? From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting, those eerie ruins are super likely to be related to this fate-weaving operation. So, Dane, what message does this talisman contain?
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation. But some parts are difficult to understand.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osial, Overlord of the Vortex.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean? What do they want with Osial?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror incident. Though you may not have been aware of it at the time, you were thwarting an Abyss Order operation similar to this one.
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge ancient god. The Abyss Order keeps setting their sights higher and higher. Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osile, just as they did Dvalin?
No. From the contents of the talisman, this operation goes one step further. They won't just corrupt Osile's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field tillers to completely transform Osile's body.
Is that even possible? So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic squid god of mass destruction?
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Khaenri'ah. Though, of course, the accuracy of that understanding itself is difficult to judge. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Khaenri'ah. Despite being far from human, they seek out this lost human civilization quite persistently. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, attaching Osile's limbs to construct a mechanized god. And the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the statue of the Seven is the eye of the very first field tiller.
The eye of the very first field tiller? Oh, Paimon gets it! All those Abyss mages are looking for the special eye, right?
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically, it all has to do with that eerie statue of the Seven we saw, right?
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiled statue, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back with this plan. Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue as the starting point for our investigation? Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway. Let's go to the cathedral first and ask around. Maybe we'll learn something.
The cathedral.
Huh? What's the matter, Dane?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
Oke, mari kita ke Cathedral Favonius ya. Dan itu cukup jauh sekali, woi. Jadi kita akan ke sini. Kita akan teleport. Sebenarnya apa ya? Animo Arkan ya, emang kayak apa ya? Sayap terbalik gitu ya. Kayak apa ya? Dari beberapa elemen yang ini, biasanya ada salah satu kayak gitu yang kayak apa ya? Kayak elemen kegelapan kayak gitu. Kan ini beberapa.
A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a great deal of resources and energy to construct them. But how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift? And how much did he give back in return?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though. Does it?
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say anything bad about the Animal Archon. And actually, the Animal Archon is... never mind.
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral. I'll leave you two to mingle with the sisters.
Huh?
You are the honorary Knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to poke into these affairs with their utmost trust. Having me tag along would only make them suspicious. Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something bad about the church at any time. When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never pretty. I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now, or in the future either. That's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order continues to act.
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves and ask around.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue, but if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise we may have. Also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss usually doesn't end well for anyone.
Oke, mari kita bicara dengan Barbara. Halo. Oh enggak. Kita harus bicara sama Barbara langsung ya. Mari kita masuk ke gerejanya ya. Kita udah lama nggak ketemu Barbara di sini sebagai NPC ya kayak gitu ya. Tapi ya, mari kita lihat. Barbara ketemu Barbara. Halo. Ayo. Lihatlah. Mirip, boy. Oh, dia lagi tahap ini ya. Mari kita foto. Tapi tunggu sampai dia ini ya. Mungkin agak lama.
What should I get to take back to Lily?
Agak kocak juga ya lihatnya dua Barbara yang ini. Yang satu joget, yang satunya lagi kayak
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
tuh pakaian mereka hampir sama ya. Simpen. Nanti tinggal satu lagi, dia nggak terlalu lama-lama juga sih. Please cepet nih. Agak lama juga ya.
All the standing around is making
Udah langsung aja lah.
honorary knight. Hi, how have you been? Do you need anything today? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre to Hermel again, we cannot oblige. It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first field tiller? What's that? Field tiller. What does it do? Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven? Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago, barely anyone mentions it nowadays. A long time ago, there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared one night without a trace. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven. Of course!
Of course.
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any other strange stories? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside, it's for your own good.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the Tyrant's Final Fury? No, that's from another time. Probably unrelated.
The Tyrant's Final Fury?
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed Old Mondstadt, the place now known as Storm Terror's lair. Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached Old Mondstadt.
Balls of fire raining from the sky? How terrifying!
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the Tyrant's Final Fury. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its own. Right. Later, the theory of the Tyrant's Final Fury became less probable in the eyes of the Church. Common reasoning dictates that the god of storms wouldn't shoot fireballs. Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the Seven, but I just can't think of any other strange incidents that might be.
It's okay. Thanks anyway!
There's that pointless word, thank you, again. I can never get used to hearing it.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident?
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest among the wolves. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? As for what purpose, I can't say for certain. Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a move myself.
Then I will go as well.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Right! We'll go give Master Jean a hand!
Oh, okay. If the honorary knight will be there, then... But please, everyone, be careful. May the Animal Archon protect you all.
Ya, hilang deh si Barbara. Tidak. Tapi Barbara juga yang pergi.
Man doing?
Let the show begin.
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation? This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue. We should go as well.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they looking to do the same as they did with Dvalin? Not again!
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed, Andreas died long ago. Today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolvendom. The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information from one of the Animo Archon's old companions.
Tantangan yang memalukan. cukup ini juga ya. Oke, mari kita pergi ke Wolfendam. Udah lama nggak ke Wolfendam. Dan gimana? Ya, kita sudah ada ini juga ya. Oke, lalu saja. Stealth mode. Ini ya. Well, hello there.
The Abyss Order!
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
Bolong Phoenix ay. Gusto ka na.
Right now. Emerge. Right now.
Oke, dikit lagi. Dia akan mati. Oke. KO.
There sure are a lot of enemies around here.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are. Fits the Abyss Order's style.
Yeah, let's go!
I'm not going any further.
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the Seven. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire any interaction with him. Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable. There's nothing special about gods anyway. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. Always be on your guard when around gods. You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same time, don't go too far in the opposite direction. Don't go trying to overthrow them or hunt them down, even if the god in question is your sworn enemy.
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice. Does Dane hate the Seven, or is he protecting them?
Lest I repeat the failings of my forebears, I will tell you one final fact.
Huh? What fact?
The destruction of the nation of Canria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven. Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order members in the area. Try and keep your visit with Boreas brief. Afterward, let's meet at the entrance to Wolvendom.
Up, there he goes. What a strange man. Yeah, that's true. You also keep your guard up against unfamiliar gods. At the Rite of Dissension in Liyue, your decision was very similar to what Dane would do. Not the easiest situation.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! So glad we found you. Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we came to help.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. They have surrounded Wolvendom. I am preparing to send out some knights to fight back. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not see you. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after Boreas. But the Abyss Order and Boreas... What is the connection between them?
They just like to cause trouble. Do they really need a reason? The Abyss Order already went after Devalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go after another one of the Animal Archon's buddies.
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is clear or not, I will handle the situation. Honorary Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas is in any danger. This god's spirit... He does not often see people, but I hear that you have met him before. Maybe it is best that you are also the one to meet him this time. Okay, be careful. Thank you for your help, Honorary Knight of Favonius.
Oke, saatnya kita bertemu dengan si Wolfen lagi, si Great Wolf ya, gitu ya. Meskipun ini agak susah juga ya. Sedikit lagi. Kau pasti bisa. Oke. Salah jalan. Berarti adanya sini. Sebenarnya banyak juga ya. Harus bener-bener. Dan lagi hujan, pas banget ya. Mari kita ke Great Wolf King ya. Sayang banget tubuhnya sudah hancur ya, kayak gitu ya. Ya kan tubuhnya sudah hancur kayak gitu, sampai itu tinggal jiwanya doang kayak gitu ya. Ternyata ini serigalanya juga cukup kuat ya dianya ya.
Look! Over there, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald!
You, not welcome here!
So, the wolf's wretched spirit likes to raise wild pups now. You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of godly glory. If you serve us, we can restore your divine powers you once held in the past. Lies.
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Oh no! Is this the same thing they did to corrupt Devalin's mind?
Wolves never surrender! But this can't go on.
No matter how many times you resist us, your efforts are all in vain. Bow before the
Emerge!
abyss!
Right now! Emerge!
Verdict is...
By royal decree, I summon thee!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
The end!
Or retribution!
Right now! Right here! Right now!
The world will go!
Oh, ini cukup susah juga ya. Mungkin seharusnya tadi aku pakai ice ring kayak gitu ya. Push.
The world will go!
Right here. Emerge. Right now.
The end is nigh. The world will fall.
Odds revealed by...
No rest for the wicked. Time for
Ayo.
retribution!
Hampir aja.
The world will burn.
Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
The ceremony was interrupted. How fortunate for you. How does an old spirit have such determined will? No matter. This is but a small unforeseen variable. Our grand scheme will not be affected.
It disappeared again!
Thank you. You came. Just in time.
Human Lupical. I am ashamed that you must see me in my present state. But still, the Abyss Herald underestimated my strength.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial, but scary outsider, not respect trial rules. I too didn't see the trap.
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas' mind, then lured him out under the pretense of challenging him in a trial?
Thank you. In the future, my claws must get sharper. You smelled danger and came here?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's nose doesn't even know what danger smells like. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about too. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about the first field tiller?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not what this field tiller is. Though there was indeed one human-made machine that I can never forget. It entered into my proving ground by accident, and I mistook it for a challenger. But it could not think, only fight. It was designed as a pure killing machine from top to bottom. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks. Before it fell to the ground, it fled the proving ground.
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the very first field tiller, right?
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs. Although no match for a god, it was stronger than even many who wield visions.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently as well? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first field tiller came to Mondstadt, doesn't it? It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin guards that came after. But in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting the Wolf of the North.
Don't know. But did we help?
Yes, you were a big help. Thanks. We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss's forces are still attacking. You two be careful.
Yes, I smell more danger. Bigger danger. You too, also be careful.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane.
Oke, jadi dia tunggu di depan ini ya. Jadi itu sebenarnya yang menghancurkan apa? Mari kita bilanglah Storm Terror Layer aja ya. Itu ternyata emang ini ya si the first field killer ya, kayak mesin pertama kayak gitu ya, prototype. Tapi cukup kuat juga ya kayak gitu ya. Pokoknya itu sangat berbahaya sekali, weh. Itu apaan? Lah, nggak kebakaran ya? Ini apaan nih kabut merah kayak gini, weh? Oh, kok kira apaan, weh? Gila aja kok ada yang bakar gitu. Pasti itu scene-nya bagus banget, ya. Serius deh. Monster terbakar kayak gitu. Itu suatu scene yang bagus banget deh.
Dane, there you are. Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. Did you have more success? I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the Lupus Boreas story?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a deceased tyrant.
Ah, Paimon gets it. So the tyrant's final fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it ran from Wolvendom. After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there. Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them. Until one day, it finally broke down for good, and the fireballs stopped raining from the sky. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before, so they came to interpret it as the tyrant's final fury.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before. Can't forget something like that.
Oke, mari kita ini ya. teleport ke strong terror layer ya, di tengah-tengahnya kayak gitu ya. Nah itu kira-kira ada di bawah.
Let's dance. This is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the eye. Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? Oh, but Paimon was so excited! What's going on? Are you sure you did it right?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow! It's
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of the first field tiller. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability was unrestricted.
prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ancient term from Conria?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god. And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No. I'll guard it myself.
Huh? You? Dane? You won't go and do anything crazy with it, will you?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius, well, you know I don't trust them.
Oh, right.
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defiled statue. We can't have the church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by take care of it, naturally I mean to completely destroy it.
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! As well as being a really important cultural relic, they're actually divine too! Well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier. Otherwise she'd be going completely bonkers right now!
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, we will also run into that Abyss Herald. I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
Oke, jadi untungnya dia alat pertanian. Untungnya dia nggak aktif ya. Kalau dia aktif, kita parah sih. Tapi ini pernah sekali aktif sih kalau nggak salah ya kayak gitu ya. Tapi ya kita langsung saja kembali ke tempat yang tadi itu dan kita bisa mengambil fotonya mungkin ya. Ya itu sebenarnya tergantung juga dari tempatnya juga ya kayak gitu ya. Saya kita mudah-mudahan sih kita bisa melakukan scene-nya kayak gitu ya. Oh. Oke, mari kita masuk sini. Sebenarnya pintunya kecil banget ya, sampai nggak bisa kita masuk ya. Tapi ya udah. Oke, kita butuh air sama es. Ya, ini sudah cukup sih sebenarnya. Yang butuhnya level berapa sih sebenarnya? Itu kalau es tuh. Optimal itu berkelompok. Okay, let's go. I think. Yeah, let's go. Oh, this is the anyway.
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go, and remember to be on your guard.
I don't think this will be work. Kayaknya gimana caranya? I see. Okay. Here goes nothing. Just be careful about it. No. Kita nggak boleh terkena itunya, woi. Jadi kita harus benar-benar ke atas banget kayak gitu, guys.
Let the show begin.
No. Teruslah, wahai, maju terus. Ya, terus. Oke, mantap.
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber. I understand the evil aura you were describing earlier.
Oh, such a scary place.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald. It's here.
You sense correctly. You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsleif, enemy of the Abyss. I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed, perhaps from your darkest nightmares, unless... Oh, and something far more dangerous. You reek of a corruption familiar to me. Then we are the same. We're both dangerous. But dangers from outside of the Abyss Order must be caught and caged.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to silence you!
Bow before the Abyss!
Judgment! You can't run!
Okay. agak lebih susah ya ini ya guys. Ah, shish.
What was that escape method again? Bye. I'll protect us. Almost got
Ah,
away.
Don't get frostbite.
Got a dash.
aduh.
Sweet dreams.
You can't run!
Dodge this.
All life will perish.
I let the
Cool it. This moment will be frozen in time.
Judgment!
ready, steady, go.
Oh, hampir. Ah,
Let's dance.
You can't run! Shiver!
boom. Rasakan itu,
Dodge this.
This terror.
Will perish.
Yeah. Ouchie.
It's futile.
Very dangerous indeed.
I feel a little weak.
You can't run!
Cool it.
The world will fall. The end will come.
Judgment!
Lights out.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, you can't run!
Freeze.
Oke, ini agak susah daripada aku yang kira ya guys.
So tired.
Judgment!
Hampir aja. Oke, kita harus menghindari serangan itu ya.
Freeze.
You can't run! Punishment!
The world will Princess.
What the heck?
Hey! Could that be? Ether. Wait! She just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald! Your sister and the Abyss?
Ether, why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh. Your sister knows Dane?
Lumine, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows her too?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves? And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Paimon's so confused.
Home. Yes, of course. Home is wherever we are together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Ether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
They left. Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. Really? You sure? At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right! By the way, what they said just now is all pretty confusing. Did you understand it at all? Oh, well then, let's go over it again. First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister Princess. It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't know for sure if she's the highest-ranking leader in the organization. Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be that she wants to destroy the Seven and the Seven Nations? Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. This story is just plain terrifying. And Dane is from Conria too. He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago. But he didn't turn into a monster. And now he's fighting the Abyss Order. So that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now? Also, how come, after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that? Yeah, you're right. Then we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright. If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, well then, show her what you're made of. Come on, traveler, let's go.
Jadi sangat shocking banget ya kita ketemu adik kita gitu, si Lumi, yang ternyata dia memihak si X ya. Dia ternyata ada putri gitu. Nah, dari pertanyaan pertama adalah siapa raja dan atau ratu kayak gitu di Abyss Order ini, Ray? Dan kita nggak bisa melakukan apapun tentang patung ini, guys. Tapi itu, aduh, kita nggak bisa ganti karakter ya. Ini adalah benar-benar sesuatu yang rare banget, guys. Dia bisa dipakai dalam domain. Oke, berarti kita benar-benar nggak bisa ya. Jadi ini adalah patung animal arcan ya. Cuman dia terbalik dan memegang sesuatu yang kerap banget kayak gitu ya. Tapi sangat disayangkan kita tidak bisa melakukan apapun dengan ini, woy. Mudah-mudahan sih bisa dilakukan sih kayak gitu untuk memperbaiki, untuk mengembalikan patung ini, woy. Jadi ya.
Make my escape.
Kita langsung saja meninggalkan tempat ini. Sayang banget ya, kita tidak bisa melakukan apapun dengan patungnya kayak gitu ya.
Let the show begin.
Jadi, mana nih kita sekarang? Saatnya kita menuju Inazuma ya, kayak gitu ya. Oke, cukup menarik juga ya ceritanya ya, kayak gitu ya. Kita menemukan adik kita yang telah memihak sama Apes, sama ternyata Abyss Order itu adalah orang-orang dari Candia itu sendiri. Dan Daintleaf adalah orang penduduk dari Candia itu juga, we. Jadi cukup banyak shocking juga gitu ya. Dan ya aku juga nggak tahu mau respon kayak gimana juga ya guys kayak gitu.
Let's find shelter, quick! Watering works on plants, but not people.
Jadi kita akan ya pelabuhan dia untuk menenangkan dirimu. Oke.
I'll protect us. 'Cause I know you're safe. 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 'Cause I know you're safe
Tadi lumayan susah juga ya buat lawan Abyss Order ya kayak gitu ya. Dia memiliki elemen air ya.
Catch the wind.
Oke, mari kita melihat Liyue untuk terakhir kalinya, guys.
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey... Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to understanding this whole mystery. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animal and Geo Archons. So, next... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Liyue Harbor! She's from Inazuma! Let's see what she has to say!
Oke, kayaknya sih itu ya beberapa ya yang disiapkan untuk ke Inazuma kayak gitu ya. Jadi kita harus bertanya dengan Atsuko karena dia dari orang karena dia ada orang Inazuma. Tapi sebelum itu kita harus melakukan satu quest lagi yang perlu kita cari tahu ya kayak gitu ya, yaitu buku gitu, suatu buku yang harus kita cari kayak gitu ya. Karena ini untuk mengkomplitkan suatu cerita kayak gitu. Aduan. Jadi pertama-tama kita akan sini dulu ya. Cari buku tentang Liyue itu sendiri. Dan itu ada di ujung sini. Cukup mengerikan. Tapi ya, mau gimana lagi guys? Oke, tempatnya nggak terlalu jauh dari sini ya. Dia ada di atas. Oh, dan di sini banyak juga ya kepingan Archon kayak gitu. Apakah dia? Oh ya, Chang the Nine.
The heavens are smiting me to smithereens. Uh-huh. And what do you want? Come on, spit it out.
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide.
Huh. Don't get me started on the topic of my books. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then the Fatui started working to sabotage me. To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Do you have any idea what that means? Wrong. That was my life's work. I devoted my entire life to curating, collecting, caring for them, and now they're gone. Gone, I tell you. It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. All I can do is try to save enough Mora to buy them back. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. Off you go. Go on, go!
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Legend of the Shattered Halberd? There's a title I haven't heard in a long time. You have good taste, my boy.
What? But we don't?
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. Granted, it was almost unknown at the time it was published, but over time it was the work that came to define the genre of martial arts novels and sparked a plethora of imitation works. Barely any copies of the first edition were ever printed.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was released. A shame, given what it allegedly added to the original story.
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original edition's 6th volume of that work is so rare, I could never bring myself to pawn it no matter how much I needed the money.
You mean you still have it?
Yes. It is my one and only remaining treasure.
Hey, Chang! You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need an answer. Will you sell the core lapis or not? I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with Gentry Moutsai, you're messing with the Fatui.
Oh, you again. But you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price. I'd never be able to buy my collection back.
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you want food on your plate? Perhaps you'd like to take your books with you to an early grave.
You...
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to make a deal or he's not. You can't force him to sell against his will.
Just who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of other people's business.
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his moment of need. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan.
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? He thinks he's a Guhua master in this day and age. Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and died by now. Who were you supposed to be then, huh? Some sort of Guhua messiah?
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing. But you? The weasel who does the tiger's bidding may be less powerful than his master, but he is no less guilty.
Get a load of this guy. Just you wait. You'll be sorry you crossed me. And you, Chang, you're selling that core lapis whether you like it or not.
Oh, how the wolves prey upon the fallen tiger. My days are numbered.
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier, could I get a yay or nay about borrowing that book?
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody to care about me anymore. But since you did stick up for me, please just take this book and leave me in peace.
3 long years I have waited for this day. Words cannot express my gratitude. I, Xingqiu, vow to repay this great act of generosity.
All right, give it a rest. Just bring it back when you're finished. Sorry, but I'm not about to put my hopes in some self-professed Guhua disciple.
Hey, where are you going? We've still got a job to do over here.
I swear I'll reclaim my lost fortune.
Wah. Kayaknya sih juga banyak banget ya buku ya. Dan tempat persiapannya aku nggak tahu deh.
It's good the villagers' lives are improving.
So, you like reading, huh, Mr. 5-second hero?
Oh, amazing! I never saw that coming.
Hello? Xingqiu? Anybody in there?
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
How can they bully poor old Cheng the Ninth like this? Forcing him to sell his ore for dirt cheap? It's daylight robbery, pure and simple.
Don't forget me. I'm in too.
Oh, so now you can hear what we're saying.
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Cheng the Ninth ended up having to pawn it. And I meant every word I said to Cheng the Ninth. I will return his act of kindness. It is the just thing to do. I will be custodian of this book, and I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his collection. Of course I do. An initial plan anyway. I still need to work out the details. Give me a second to reflect. It shan't take but a moment.
You're still here? What is this, a game to you? You think no one's really gonna get hurt? I gotta hand it to the Goofball clan. What you lack in numbers and talent, you make up for in guts. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Goofball clan? I meant Guhua clan. That's what you goofballs call it, right?
There's a saying that goes, the insect that shakes the oak tree ludicrously overestimates its ability.
Quit quoting proverbs at me, you buffoon!
Please leave this place. I will not tolerate an attempt to coerce an honest trader, especially when the one you seek to threaten is one to whom I owe a debt of gratitude.
It's cute that you want to stick your neck out for Chang and all. But you picked the wrong time, you little punk. I brought the Fatui to back me up. A whole army of you and your little Guhua buddies wouldn't be able to help you now.
I may be young, my liege, but the path I have chosen makes me no stranger to conflict. Why should I cower in the face of evil?
Oh, great speech. But now it's time for you to learn your lesson.
Our rain outlines your fate.
Gotta dash.
The merrier.
Let's dance.
Judgment!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Now you've got me worked up.
Oke, ya agak susah juga ya kalau kayak gini.
Freeze! Don't get frostbite.
Judgment.
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing, not a vision. You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson? No, you misunderstand. That fellow has a foul mouth, to be sure. But his assessment of the state of the Guhua clan is, well, not exactly incorrect, I suppose. Though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble before long.
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business, and I will ensure the matter is resolved satisfactorily. It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute, but the confident demeanor of their errand boy suggests there is substance to his words. There must be a deeper level of collusion at work here. He mentioned Gentry Mautai. I know this name. He has a stately residence in Liyue Harbor. Maybe the two of you could go and investigate.
That idea works, but what are you gonna do?
Me? I have other things to look into. Let me see. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace in Liyue Harbor in a bit.
You really have stuff to do? Are you sure you're not just using us as your errand runners?
Wow, so that's how that turned out. This whole passage is just extraordinary.
Ugh, this guy is so annoying! Paimon just wants to slap him right in his stupid face! Fine. But, as per tradition, Paimon gets to pick an ugly nickname for him. From now on, he shall be known as... Guhua Geek!
You go first. No need to wait for me. One more page and I'll go and stretch my legs. Just one last page.
I don't believe one page. Oke, pertama kita cari dulu ini. Takutnya ada beberapa yang sangat ini, guys. Soalnya di buku-buku ini nanti kita akan membacanya gitu. Benar-benar akan membacanya. Jadi buat, ada koin. Koin ini aku masih nggak tahu ini buat apa dan kita berguna untuk kita. Kita sih itu doang sih. Iya, langsung saja kita ke bapak itu. Dia mungkin sudah menunggu kita. Nah, ini ya. Gimana sih lokasinya? Oh, pantes jauh banget tuh. Oke, nanti kita ganti party ya kayak gitu ya. Ini aja lah. Oke sih cukup. Saya kan ini memainkan elementer. Belakang ya, agak ribet juga nih. Wah, telat banget. Jadi dia ada di atas ya. Oke.
Children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Lea Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an Adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find Shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is Smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it. In any case, Smaragdus jadeite is an Adepti treasure, and the Adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans. Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yanfei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yanfei, I believe you already heard of the Traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this, ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus jadeite. I couldn't find any at all.
Is that so? But Smaragdus jadeite is really rather essential. Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already.
Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Krusel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some smaragdus jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some. Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Well, that's a first for sure. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Thank you, Granny. Oh, itu pocinku ya. Questnya pocinku. Tapi sayang banget weh, kita ini ya. Gara-gara itu kita kemakan banyak waktu weh. Jadi ya, sepertinya itu saja guys. Maaf ya kalau apa tuh tiba-tiba langsung kayak gini ya, kayak tiba-tiba langsung end kayak gitu. Tapi ya, saya janji mungkin suatu hari nanti bakal live lagi dan melanjutkan cerita yang kutu buku ini weh. Jadi ya, jangan kemana-mana, subscribe channel ini supaya kalian tidak ketinggalan cerita Genshin Impact yang kalian cuma bisa lihat sekali doang kayak gitu meskipun kalian sudah memainkan game ya, tapi kan cerita kan tidak bisa diulang lagi gitu mungkin ya. Tapi ya, itu saja dari saya. Terima kasih sudah menonton dan sampai jumpa in the next video guys, dan bye bye. Oh, suaranya kecil ya? Iya, maaf weh. Ini soalnya emang kayak gini sih weh.
Please be mindful of your personal safety.
Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top of a